So hello and welcome to another video of our channel. So yeah, our today's topic will be the bash scripting actually. So I wanted to discuss some of the basics of bash scripting and which are going to help you identify a lot of things. But before that, why we are using scripting in pen testing, which is actually you have to understand basically why you use programming in the first place to automate some of the repetitive tasks which can be done a little faster. Okay, this can be repeatable obviously, and you have a great deal of knowledge, if you use these kind of things. Also you became a good programmer, and programming is important for penetration testing, so that's why it is important. um, I can give you a lot of things to start with, because I already have a programming background that will going to help you anyways. But I really want you to do some of the work, and actually I'm going to do some of the work right now. Yeah, I haven't deep dive in bash scripting much. Today our topic will be about learning about the bash shell. What is bash? Bash full form is born again shell. Born was something like that, maybe it was a person, I don't know. But it was like, firstly it was done, and then it was named at bsh. After that, it somehow reinvented, created again, so that's why it's called born again shell. It's freely available with the Unix version. If you're using Linux, it will be obviously pre-installed. If you're using Windows, you have to install it otherwise. So there is something called PowerShell for Windows. It was previously called Windows PowerShell, but right now it's just Shell. Shell basically means in an interactive place where you can actually run commands. Commands will be different. That's why you have to know more scripting language to get that understanding by yourself. Like bash is for Linux. When you are doing kind of Linux based programming or Linux based searching, most of the things are actually written in bash, because somehow you can prepare it for window, prepare it for Linux. And the second thing would be much faster, because it's actually runs on the basis of Moore's language support, I can say. Like it was mostly used in the core, so that's why it's much faster. There are also other scripting language like Python, Ruby, also JavaScript. Okay, there are a lot of resources of learning these. I definitely gave you an understanding that how to learn it. Basically, when I was learning it, so I'm going to start making those videos again. But just after completing these, okay, that would be really good to go. Obviously, then comes the scripting part. What to learn? Okay, so there will be variables, there will be substitutions, common operations, logic like looping and other stuff, basic input output, error handling, arrays, and other stuff. We're going to take a look at these four ones. Okay, how to do this, and yeah, this will be enough, I guess. So right now, bash scripting basics. Let me be ready. Okay, I have to type a lot, I guess. So firstly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open and shell. So this is a terminal. Okay, I'm going to open it right here. I'm going to make it a little bigger. You can see that. Right. There is some things. Okay, let's just create another directory using mkdir called bash, I guess. Okay, there is nothing right here. We can create a lot of things using bash scripting. Basically, why bash scripting? Because bash is basically the commands you run. Okay, like if you are running these kind of commands like lsal, okay, or pwd, or who am I, or cd, or any other commands, okay, you can do that using bash script. Like, let's just see the 3 commands I already wrote here in bash script. So yeah, let's just clear it first, and now I'm going to create called touch cmd.sh, and I'm going to do some nano work. Okay, right now I'm going to create another shell, and I'm going to not like that, I'm going to create from here. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Wrong password, I guess. If I go to and nano the cmdsh, so this is the, I'm using nano for editing purposes. So if you write those commands, okay, write the same commands we already, like -lsal or lsala. So let's just go ahead and type this lsal. Firstly, one thing you have to know about is your notation. Okay, this is a common notation. Through this you can actually specify that you are using the bash. Okay, that is important. So why this command is important? Because if you try to run it like /cmd.sh, it should have been run. It's not running because something obviously different. Okay, let's just not go there, but if you want to learn, if you are writing like python cmd.sh, it's just run, right? But if you are doing cmd.sh, it should run in the bash way. Okay, that way it was important, otherwise it can run anyway. So let's just type this ls-al, and I just going to save it. And if I go there and type cmd.sh, just cmd.sh /cmd.sh. Why is it called permission denied? Okay, if you run it through like this, bash cmd.sh, you can see the output of it. Okay, if I just open the nano cmd.sh and go there and type bash cmd.sh, you can see the entire command. Let's just type more. I just type something called pwd right here, and I just save it. And if I just run it, you can see the pwd command right here. And if I just try to echo something like what is echo, if you try to echo something like these are some commands, it will also going to show up here. These are some commands. So yeah, next so basically what this means, this means that you can run commands in multiple commands in a using same particular file. Now let's talk about variables. So there is nothing called typecasting right here. So you can like variable name and enter anything like hello world. Okay, if I try to echo it and try to say like var name, and if I save it and if I run it, it is going to say that this is var name. This is only var name. Why? Because it's not showing this. So if we want to mention this particular variable, we have to use this. Command name command not found. Okay, if I just name it different, maybe it works. Okay, something may be wrong here, that's for sure. Let's give it permission to execute, then maybe okay. Now although it works, something wrong is here. Let's just analyze it for a moment. Okay, I did wrote something accurate, I guess, from my perspective. Let's just see that what are the problems. Okay, I just go to ChatGPT and search for it. That would be really easy to maintain. I just really don't want you to see all of that. Okay, there is a problem called problem in spacing. Okay, you have to understand this. Maybe sometimes the spacing is a problem. Actually, bash scripting is very much prone to spacing or indentation problems. So yeah, right now it's working. And why is it working? Because of the space you haven't given it there. So you have to understand that. This is very much space dependent. So you can write something here like this. This is a variable. Okay, now I can show you, and this particular thing, and this is a comment. If you use hashtag behind something, before something, that will be called as comment. There are other stuffs like if else. If you use if, you have to end it using fi, the complete opposite of it, and use space for giving the logic. And here you have to type using a space. Okay, that is also a weird thing in bash. I type like var name, and if I type equal to hello world, I'm just giving a basic condition. There is no second bracket, there is only thing called then, and then you can give like an echo, like, yeah, this is hello world. This is also a command. Let's just see. This is hello world. Sometimes it's different. Yeah, again the spacing problem. Don't give spaces unnecessarily, and here if you not give any spaces, then it would not work. Okay, let's just see here. You have to give spaces. Okay, this is the thing. You have to give a lot of spaces, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, done. I can say that this is a logic statement. Now I can show you how the for loops works. So for I in a particular sequence like 1 dot dot 10, this particularly means that for 1 to 10 you can do a particular thing like echo for loop, and you can actually say done to stop this, and if you run it, you can see for loop for 10 times to run. This is more similar like a Python way, like Python has similar kind of for loops. If you want to do this for Windows, there will be, sorry, not Windows, a traditional way. So you can do this like this right here. Maybe this was not like that. Okay, right here you have to do the traditional way of doing it, like I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, then do echo C++ type for loop. Done. Here you can see the same results. Okay, so these are for loops and other stuffs. So yeah, basically most of the things. Okay, some of the extra things, like if you want to find the length of a particular string. Okay, let's just say you want to check the length of var name. Okay, if you want to do this, maybe you can do this, and the var name is 11 string. You can take the length of it using this. Okay, and you can use path variables also, like most commonly are path variables, and you can set the environment variable path using this. Already told you most of it. You can check that out on your own. Like you can use -eq as equal to. I use equal to more often. So tomorrow I will be covering the port scanner part, and then some of the other parts like taking input and other stuff. So that's for tomorrow. Okay, that's for sure.